Greetings, listeners. I'm your host and GM for the evening, Zach Barrett, and welcome to this Twisted Gear Studios production of Spacers, our Starfinder actual playcast. We're back. Again, if you've been following our Call of Cthulhu show, you'll know that we've started up something called a Ko-fi campaign. On our main page, you can find a link to our Ko-fi page and donate us a coffee or two for my late-night editing sessions. It also helps to cover our fees for getting these shows to you, so it's greatly appreciated. A huge thank you to everyone who's donated so far, and we're looking at ways to show our thanks to everyone for the help. Possibly merch? Let us know on our socials what sort of things you'd like us to look into. But for now, last we left the crew, Laurel saved her mother from a historical swarm attack that never happened. The crew is now trying to figure out what to do about a still living yet older Jovac running amok in the past. A massive outer dragon egg in their cargo hold, and the task given to them on how to hatch it. And then there's what's going on with Flinch.
We're actually going to pick up exactly where we left off with you. You were running out of the temple. The place is shaking, rocks are falling, the earth is cracking, and you were headed, beelining it right for the ship. Tim! You make it to the ship, you run on in, Tim! Hello! This little halfling pokes his head up from underneath some kind of a fallen crate. He's like, hey, this place feels like it's falling apart.
We need to get this ship going.
Oh no.
I got faith in you. Come on, Tim. We got this.
Oh no.
Go team.
Do you know anything about mechanical repair?
You do, don't you?
Well,
Aren't you a mechanic?
Yeah.
I know a lot about mechanical repair, but just making sure you know too.
He kind of like hands you a wrench as if questioning, help me?
Okay.
So you got
What seems to be the issue? What's the problems?
He kind of looks at the ship and he's just scared shitless, just staring. He's frozen in fear.
Come on, apprentice. Stand behind me and watch.
Are you gonna just lead the mechanical repair, or are you gonna just try and leadership him into doing it? Yeah.
Leadership.
Yeah, some kind of social check. He rolled really badly, so he's just frozen in fear.
Would that be diplomacy? Is that like the...
If you want to diplomacy it, yeah. How would you like to socially convince him to proceed out of his fear?
Just walk up, put my hand on his shoulder. We got this, Tim. We can do this. We can get out of here. You're a hero, Tim. We got this.
Roll diplomacy. You're a hero, Tim.
It's a 15 total.
That is enough. He goes, yeah, I got this. Grabs the wrench with confidence. He's confident. You might not, as you see him kind of like working, your confidence is kind of not all there. It's like,
This looks like a two-person job, Tim.
you jump on in? Okay, so he'll roll that one more time. It's with the +2, so it's the exact same +2. You roll the same thing twice. I'm gonna use a different die. Yeah, so he's under there, he's like cranking the wrench. He's like, pass me the 5/8. Pass him.
In my mind, does he need a 5/8?
He does not. He needs like something bigger.
Hey, Tim, come on out. I need you to clean off the poly thing so I can take off in this thing, and I'll quickly do this. You got the hard part done, brother.
Okay.
And then
I'll
crawl under.
You crawl under, and he runs up towards the bridge to start cleaning.
Get that dust off.
Yep. Throw me like an engineering check.
I'm really good at engineering, so 26.
You look under, you realize that it's literally just a dislodged port. It's just a matter of, are you serious? You just have to connect it back in, and then yeah, you need a drill, but it's just to put like a little metal bracket back up and hold it into place, and done. You hear the ship going boom, 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 powering on.
Slide out. Good job, Tim. We got this. Trying to build his confidence, man.
Yep, and all you hear from down the end of the hall, all right, I'm in the chair.
Okay, thanks for keeping it warm.
You run up to the piloting chair.
I just wanted him to clean it up.
He's sitting there in the chair. It's immaculate. Like he dusted it all off, but he's not sitting there like hand to the joysticks just shaking.
There's a communications chair, right? Or is that under science chair?
Oh, there's a science chair. Yeah, it's covered. It's got like duct tape all over the base, and it's quite broken. Its mobility is not very good.
Where can I put Tim? What would be a good slot for him?
The duct tape chair works.
Yeah, duct tape chair. Yeah. Yeah, go over there to the science station.
Okay.
It looks really broken. Who knows? We might get some kind of communique, and then I'll help you figure something out.
Got it. And he goes, he sits in the chair, he straps in, and you're crink. Oh, this chair is kind of busted.
Yeah, so... Look over. If something happens, is that chair going flying?
If you don't roll very well, it may not hold.
Is there another chair nearby that's...
There's 2 other chairs.
Yeah.
There's Laurel's usual seat that has, the only change to it is a very crude hole has been cut out of the back of her tail.
Gunnery chair?
Yep.
Yeah. No, Tim. Actually, I might need you in gunnery. I'm gonna get Tim over.
You watch his eyes turn into giant halfling saucers.
Yeah. If I need you to point and shoot, you point and shoot. You got this, Tim. You're a hero.
Leadership. Roll that diplomacy.
18.
Okay, yeah, he like gets in there and he pulls. The chair is more confident than him as it like snaps him forward, but he does reach up and he grabs the joysticks. He's like, yeah.
Don't shoot yet.
Yeah. You see some terrifying confidence, like he's willing to shoot someone.
Good. So, so when I left the gang, was the plan to get Tim and bring the ship back to them, or was there already an alternate plan?
You guys hadn't discussed a plan. You were just taken off. So
Okay.
now that you're in the pilot's chair, are you in the pilot's chair?
Yeah, because I'm worried about leaving it here, because with everything falling apart and shaking and everything else, it needs to be in the air, and maybe I can try to scan or look or hear from a comm or something.
Immediately before you start, like as you're making like the pre-flight checks and getting things powered back on and prepped to take off, you actually can see why your team isn't immediately behind you.
Okay.
Shortly after you came down the staircase, around where that decrepit carcass of that stone headless sphinx was, a massive chasm has opened, and the actual temple itself is completely surrounded by broken moat. And you can actually see that your team is rounding about the other side of the temple to try and find another way off. And in the distance, you can see... Is that your old ship? It looks like the old meteor, and it kind of goes towards where they're headed towards.
Ugh. Strange. Oh well. Good luck, Greg and acquaintances.
Greg and acquaintances. All right. What do you do?
I take off.
Roll me a piloting check.
26. I'm really good pilot too. I just like Greg.
God.
I'm a skill junkie. Like,
all right. You pull up on you release the e-brake, and because the ship has an e-brake. And as the ship begins to lift off, you can feel that something has lodged itself into a part of the ship and is keeping it there. And you kind of like struggle with it for a bit. But with a 26, you kind of like thrust something forward, and you feel something being removed or dislodged from the vessel as you gun it forward. But you do break free, and you are now relatively airborne. But the ship is not having a good time.
There's only the 2 of us. Just the 2 of us.
Actually, the ship sheet I gave you, I need to swap that out. That's not the ship you're currently on.
Here you go. This one is.
You're on your old ship.
And
That's the one that you have, yeah.
okay. Where do I go? Look around?
Yeah, so now that you're up there, yeah. Now what? You just see that the planet is in horrible disrepair. Some of the trees are falling into chasms. Fire is beginning to bubble out from the crust. You see that the black hole is awfully close.
Okay, so can I try to pilot away from the black hole and the planet?
Sure. Roll me a piloting check.
15.
All right. As you're piloting around, you actually can see the old meteorite, your ship, taking off also in the opposite direction. Natural instinct, I assume, is you're wishing to pursue it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try because at least they might know where they're going. You know, correcting acquaintances.
Yeah. As you're trying to pull out that way, you feel the ship beginning to slow as it's getting towards the meteorite, and the meteorite's going faster and faster and faster away until it drifts out. But you're not making any leeway from the planet.
Okay, so in my computery engineering type of brain knowledge stuff.
Yep. Knowledge stuff.
What do I need to do to make it go faster?
One of you needs to make a significantly high piloting check, whilst one of you makes a good engineering check and work in tandem.
Okay, so I don't think Tim is a pilot.
Do you want to ask him?
Probably would have been a good time, yeah. As I look at Tim and Gunnery, yo, Tim, do you, Tim, my friend, do you know how to, like, fly a starship?
He turns. You know that meme where there's like the dad with the mustache? And he's looking at his son being like, my milkshakes, like that guy? That's the eyes he gives you. Doesn't say where he just stares at you terrified. He's sweating buckets as he's looking at the world exploding around him.
So I do know Tim is an engineer.
Correct. He's just been rolling really badly.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, okay, Tim, in order for us to get out of this well, I mean, we're gonna get out anyway, you know, but I need you to work some of the engineering magic while I try to pilot us out of here. You got this, though.
Yeah. Okay. So he undoes his seatbelt and he begins to go towards the back of the ship. He has to make an athletics check to even get there, and with a natural 1, he gets out of the chair, and as he begins to go, some kind of, probably like a rock or some kind of debris from the planet strikes the meteorite, and he is launched down the hallway towards the engine room. However, when you look back in fear, he kind of begins to slow in the air as he goes further and further away. And it's starting to look kind of weird as sparks on the bridge are just perfectly clear, but the sparks at the back of the ship get slower and slower and slower the further down the ship they get.
And I got no speed to keep moving forward. And there's nothing I can do from the bridge.
You can try and make another piloting check.
Okay. There's no, like, computer system within 20 feet of the piloting chair.
Sure there is.
That would help in this situation.
Like, what do you want it to do?
Get the ship moving forward?
Yeah, it would just be a piloting check.
Just piloting?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no, because there is nothing like a computer check that would help me with this or do something. Okay. Wow.
No, you would need somebody in a separate position to do that, or let go of the piloting joysticks.
No, I can use my exocortex to do computer checks from 20 feet away using my exocortex's action, not my own, because at level 5 I got that wireless hack ability. Yeah, I know, it's touchy.
I'm just trying to think. I just don't know what a computer could do to help you
I might need to be in engineering. I think
it's an engineering and pilot relationship for this one.
Okay. All I can think of is pilot, because if I run back there, I'm going to be stuck in the timey-wimey thing.
Give it a roll.
Oh, okay. So that is a piloting check of 29.
Woo!
Jesus.
Nice.
All right. So you floor it, you pedal it as best you can, and you just push it as far forward as you can. You like, either it's going to go faster or it can't get much worse. Mm-hmm. And you push it beyond its operational means.
Yeah.
The planet gets like, they have planetary actions because that's this planet. Okay. You are able to dodge a series of planetary debris and rocks that come out from around you, and you can feel the ship pulling forward, and when you look back you can see Tim speeding up his ascent or his descent towards the engine room. He must be pulling away from whatever's causing this. And as you proceed forward, you feel like you're getting out of the range of things. What are you hoping to reach? Like
what's
drift depth or?
Yeah, like how's the drift going? Like, was the drift drive operational?
It is.
But the ship mightn't be have enough structural integrity to survive the drift.
It would be rough, yeah. And also, the back end of the ship is currently in a different time zone.
Okay.
You do notice, looking around though, that of all the debris that this is happening to, the temple seems perfectly fine.
The temple, like the planet is going, but the temple
Yes.
down there is just like it's not cracking apart with the rest of the
No,
planet.
it's floating separately on a bit of stone plate, but it's floating separately and it has not broken apart into smaller pieces.
Oh, can I go to the temple?
Sure, make a bonding check.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to the temple because if it's unaffected, maybe there's something at the temple that's keeping it from being affected. Maybe.
It's a decent deception.
22.
Sure. So you turn the ship back around towards the black hole to get towards where the temple's at, and feeling the ship getting tugged a little bit too close to it, you floor it, you punch it as best you can. And now you can hear Tim's slow down voice speed up, and then he goes from "Ah!" and then pink as he comes into contact with some kind of metal something or other, and without time to think or consider how you're going to get the landing gear out, you just floor it right into the temple. So you guys,
Yeah.
the lot of you, it's been a weird couple of days.
Yep.
Last we left you all, you had just left Laurel's mother on a Vesk outpost so that she can live this very interesting life, which she's been informed about due to Greg trying to fix things for a limited period of time in his proper age, and then gave the stone away so that he can revert back to baby Greg, because getting his bum wiped seems to be preferable.
I mean, come on.
It's
If
the
you didn't have to do that as an adult, wouldn't you have somebody else do it?
it's the dream.
Oh.
It's the dream.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I guess we all just have different priorities.
Fair enough.
All right. Well,
let's go with that.
Greg would. Greg totally would.
That's fair. He is a goblin.
He'd have a
Lazy
he'd have
goblin.
a servant for every bodily function.
Boy. So we're actually going to start with Laurel. As you guys wake up the next morning, decide to take a bit of a rest before proceeding forward. You are finding that your clothes now fit a bit better than they did yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, your voice has dropped.
Yeah. Which happens to Vesk women, apparently. I don't know.
Giant lizards, I
Now it
assume that
does.
some dropping of
Stuff.
organs happens. I don't know. Throat, vocal cords.
Let's just move on from. We don't need to talk about like.
She's
romance
gruff
and
now.
stuff.
You're gruff again.
I'm gonna go do something gruff, like lift weights. If we have weights, I don't think we do.
You can make weights.
I'm just gonna do
crates.
some
Curling
like
baby Greg.
yeah.
I was just about to say
Yes.
that.
I feel like Farah would probably have weights on board. She's a.
This is your ship. If you didn't have weights before,
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm gonna use baby Greg as my weights and just do that.
it's a cliptic.
And at some points I'm gonna throw you.
Just as long as you catch me,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fine.
When she throws her, I'm gonna run up and hug her because I'm just so happy she's not a teenager anymore and I don't have to deal with that.
Whoa!
Perfect.
Hey.
I was gonna say you wake up and all you can hear is baby Greg like squealing with joy and someone going, lifting weights.
Okay,
Yeah, like being strong again.
but still, I run out after hearing that and she throws up Greg
That's
in the
terrible.
air. I'm just gonna run up and hug her because she's not a teenager anymore.
Correct.
Whoa! Whoa!
You're back! You're back again!
Hey, Clippy. How's it going?
Oh, I'm great. Is there
Check this out. I'm gonna pick up Cliptic.
I'm
Roll
going
a
to be
strength check.
Fine, because if you toss baby Greg, he hasn't come back yet.
Which
17.
17. Now roll me an intelligence check or a wisdom check. Just a straight wisdom.
10.
Cool. So yeah, you've thrown up baby Greg.
Actually, do you want me to roll that as strength or as athletics? Because if it was athletics,
17. Yeah.
then it would be a 23.
20. Yeah, it would have been athletics. Yeah. Okay, so this is how this goes. As Cliptic runs up to you, you've thrown baby Greg up a couple of times. You've tossed him up, and Cliptic hugs you. And you're like, oh yeah, great, Cliptic, check this out. Watch this. You put your wrist or your arm right underneath Cliptic, and you lift him up with ease. And you kind of lift him up a couple times, and then both of you together kind of stop and look at each other. Greg hasn't come down yet.
I'm gonna just look up.
Same.
Baby Rex hanging on to the vent like a little monkey, and he's kind of swinging back and forth. And you've noticed that the diaper now seems strangely full and is starting to slide its way down with
I'm
the
going
momentum.
to
Dexterity
scram-
checks from both of reflex saving throws, both of you.
Reflex saving
Because he's kind of like, holding on.
Yep.
And just
Reflex
swinging
saving
back
throws,
and
both of you.
forth.
Find the reflex and add that to your die.
17.
50.
Okay, 15 is enough. The two of you, and you both jump out of the way as Greg's diaper is released, as is the smell.
I'm just gonna be gagging.
Deantha, this is what you wake up to. You walk in to see this.
Look,
I
it cruised back to
reach
normal.
up and pick and grab baby Greg, try and pull baby Greg off of the vent.
I'm not
that
even going to
he's
make you
hanging
roll
off of.
opposed
Yeah,
strength
that's
checks.
fine.
That's not a competition.
I let go. That's fine.
And I'm gonna do that thing that some people do with dogs, where they like stick their face next to their mouth and be like, "Look what you did! Look what you did!" It's Greg.
This is what you see.
It's also moral. I mean,
I take us up into the main room, look what's happening, and just take us
Just leave.
and I come back in with
rubber
industrial
gloves.
rubber gloves and a little like a little cat litter scoop and a bag. And I start-
Okay, you have a cat litter scoop.
I'm basically going to have
have a
find
lot
a
of
rag
cleaning
and just
supplies.
tentatively out like this, just try to get it on Greg but not touch him at all.
All right. Well, yeah. Well,
Now I'll take the rag and start wiping. I'm gonna go wash him. Ugh. Take him to the washroom to clean him off.
Christ. So this is how your morning goes.
Take my chances with the temple.
Back to you.
yeah, you haven't experienced baby Greg yet.
No, there will be a bit of a time jump for you, but that's because it'll make sense when we get back to you. So, say you guys have had your breakfast. The morning is concluded. How would you guys like to go about the rest of your day now that you're kind of just floating in space?
Well, I'm not hungry anymore.
That's
So
fair.
I'm probably going to go to the bridge to catch up with the other three, see how they're doing.
Yeah, as you go on in there, the three of them are kind of like laughing and joking about stuff, and as soon as you come in, they're like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
It could have been a better morning, but it's fine.
What the hell is that smell?
Goblin poo.
They all go, "Oh."
Yes. Hence why the morning could have been better.
Right.
Do I actually no, I'll just ask a question. I'll be like, how much further till we get to the planet?
Well, we were kind of waiting until everyone was up, and then we're gonna make the drift. We're probably a couple hours of drift away.
Oh, that sounds fine. And I'm just going to just sit down in a chair and just wait tentatively, because I'm still already pretty scarred from the goblin poo escapade that happened.
That's fair. Is everyone else up?
Oh yes, they're dealing with the goblin poo.
Well, excellent. And
with a goblin poop.
You're a hero amongst us. And I'm gonna get shot.
How well does Greg take to being washed off?
When you're holding a cat and they're just kind of limp in your
roll
hands.
me a will saving throw.
Ooh, that's my worst saving throw.
Yep.
That's why you picked it.
Yep. Also, because that's what it's like to try and clean a squirmy child or a cat. It tests your will and your patience.
20.
20. You
it's a pain in the butt, but you are able to maintain your concentration and your frustration, and you don't throw baby Greg.
I don't. But there's the bathroom is very splashed.
Yeah, no, who cares about that?
So you just hear random splashing noises and the occasional swearing, and it's like, hold still, splash.
I'm just gonna grin because I had already gone through this earlier. And now the revenge of the really bad Laurel is happening, and I'm just very happy right now.
All right. Pharaoh's going to go on the intercom at some point and say, all right, if everybody wants to find a station, we're going to be dropping out towards Kairos very soon here, and we're going to need everybody at their stations.
Sweet, piloting is my station.
Yeah, you're just going to be sitting on someone's lap. Tex has piloting right now.
Ooh. Does this the meteor have like you know, like in Star Trek where they have the big window on the bridge where you can see out into space?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So when the splashing stops, you hear, and Greg just runs onto the bridge, and seeing the pilot seat is occupied, kind of just runs up to this glass or whatever and presses his face against it with big eyes, going, ooh, looking outside.
About 2 seconds later, Laurel runs in holding a diaper that Greg is not wearing in one hand, and like a box of ration bars in the other. You're like, come back!
You could probably lure me over with the ration bars.
Here.
Literal peeling him off the windshield and...
Just pop a ration bar in his mouth like a sucker.
Oh yeah.
That'll work.
Start sucking on that thing.
All right, so where's everybody taking their seats at?
Science officer for Cryptic.
Yeah.
I imagine that Farrah probably has the captain's seat, so I'll sit by the window and try and hold baby Greg best I can.
All right.
That's fine. He's on his third ration bar already.
Great.
How about you, Laurel?
I'll take gunnery,
Perfect.
and I'm also eating. When I notice that Greg is on the third ration bar, I grab the rest of the box and just start punching away at them.
Perfect. Kovo and Tex is in the pilot seat. Kovo goes, all right, well, I guess I'll be in the engineering bay. Good luck with the cute thing. And he leaves. All right, so now that you guys are all in your positions, you're about to drop out of drift. Farrah goes, all right, just so that we're all aware, we aren't the only ones in this time at this moment trying to reach Kairos. Just keep that in mind. Sound good?
Who else is trying right now?
Jovac, in one way, shape, or form, is trying to lock down the planet so that his past self can make it here.
Are we gonna run into Jovac in drift, or at the planet?
More likely at the planet. It's more possible.
Okay. There was a battle going on when we showed up the first time.
That won't be happening yet.
Okay.
Or it's already.
Who was fighting?
It depends on the version, but the ones defending the planet in every version are the 7. So at some point they have to set up a base here.
Well, let's stop
So it's
doing
likely that we're more likely to run into their scouts once we get there in this time.
Excellent. I crack my knuckles, which I can't do in real life, and get ready with the gunnery.
Can't do it that way, but I can.
All right. And away we go. And she drops you guys out of drift. Sure enough, you pop out in a similar, not the exact same spot as where you dropped out before, but in a similar location where you can see the third planet of the Kairos system away from its bilateral sun. The 2 suns are both there. Not one has not completely devoured the other or collapsed. There's no black hole to be seen, just a binary star system with lovely colors of some kind of collapsed star having recently happened, at least nearby, or in some kind of a nebula of sorts. And there's the planet. Of course, an NPC's piloting the ship, so they're just going to take you down. You don't really have a say in it unless you tell them to stop.
Oh.
As you head on down...
Is there random space debris? Like rocks and things?
Yes.
If there's no ships in the immediate vicinity, I'm going to shoot a rock.
Roll a gunnery.
Oh, wow. That's a 2 on the dice, so 11. Do I miss?
True Laurel fashion. Here we go.
And Tex kind of like looks at you like
What?
shaking their head.
What?
And you proceed. Do you take a second shot? Do you try and
No.
make up for it? No? All right. I hope that's not a sign of things to come. All right. So you guys break the atmosphere as you come on down. Unlike last time where the planet looked like it was in like a late stage of like autumn was beginning to a degree, dead plants everywhere. Here it is covered in lush jungle everywhere. Some of the geography is looking vaguely familiar. You could say that you might be near the temple as to where you were at before. However, who's on computers?
Science officer.
Cliptic? Roll me a computers check.
Great. 19.
19. Your console kind of blips a little bit and you look at the radar and you do see that there are 2 ships nearby.
Can I recognize if they ships that we've seen in the past, or if they're enemy or anything like that?
With a 19, I'd say that yeah, because you sense there's 2 ships, and when you kind of pull up some extra bits of data, one is a guard ship, like a one-man fighter of Aoxian design, and the other
design?
Aoxian.
Aoxian.
So either they are undead or they're 7, and the other is a troop transport. You see them. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. They haven't seemed to have changed their course, but they. Yeah, no, they haven't noticed you yet. But they seem to be heading in a direction that's not like the ship you were on. Like Tex is taking you straight ahead towards where you think the temple should be. They are going in a different direction.
Would it be safe to say that the 2 ships are not related to one another, or they are?
They're flying in formation.
They are flying in formation.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a troop transport, and what was the other one?
And a one-man fighter. You can safely assume that it's some kind of protection.
Okay.
Okay.
Do the rest of us see it, or it's only on?
It's only on
his
Cryptic's
screen?
radar.
Okay.
Let me just. Bad things. There's 2 ships, an Aoxian and a troop transport on this planet.
All right, hold on to something. And Tex is going to violently push the joysticks down, and the ship
you in the
ducks
meteor.
down. Get in the little swaddle. And goes down between, just down into the forest, in with some of the trees and some of the high-ranging canyons to stay out of sight. You will have a +4 on any kind of, or anyone trying to see you will have a -4 on their checks. And with a natural 1, you guys stay down low, and as you are kind of, Tex also slows it down quite a bit, and you watch overhead as you see this large troop transport go over top, as well as the fighter that's following behind it.
You want me to shoot it? Is that the 7? We should shoot it. If it's a 7, we should shoot it.
Not where we are right now. We're all near the ground.
We have a big egg with us too.
In the cargo hold,
We
yeah.
have the god egg, yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely probably keep that not shot.
Fine. But what are our guns? Because this is not our normal ship. We have
Something better.
a chain gun. All of our weapons are forward.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty sure you
yeah.
have your normal ship.
Nope.
Does it say meteor on the ship?
It does.
That's your normal ship.
What one does Flinch have?
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Ooh. Okay. Then
That's
yeah.
the one you crashed after the fight with, and this is you were picked up in your old ship.
Okay.
If you can assume is like,
Yeah.
It's probably
I guess
modified.
So we only
or
have the
something.
one. We only have the one forward gun then. So if they're above us, we can't shoot them anyways.
I wouldn't start some kind of a fight if I couldn't finish it personally.
Can we follow them? Can we track them? Clippy, can you track them?
Okay, I'm thinking we have more things that are priority right now. Because right now we're trying to hatch a god egg. How does one start that process?
Well, I was going to take us to the temple.
Then let's do that. I'd prefer not to be in a fight.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Well, okay.
We have a baby on board.
It's Greg. Greg likes fighting. Right, Greg?
Where is Greg?
I have Greg in the baby Bjorn.
Is he not in the baby Bjorn?
Are you sure?
Roll me a stealth check, but roll it here so only you and I can see it.
Can I roll a perception check?
Roll a perception check, but only here so I can see it.
Okay. Where's my perception in this state currently?
Sorry, not a perception check. What's your perception skill? What skill? What ranks in perception do you have? I'm gonna treat this like a passive perception thing.
Oh, I have a 1 + 3, so +4 to it.
So 4. So 14. What's your plus in stealth?
In stealth on this sheet?
What's your dexterity?
Oh, my dexterity, I have a +4 as well. I have an 18 to dexterity.
I would assume you've got at least one rank. Okay, so yeah, you grab the swaddle and it's just chest. There's
for
baby there.
God's sake. Where's the baby? I start looking for the baby.
Well, if we're not shooting anything, I get up and I'm gonna start looking in the rest of the ship.
Okay, you narrowly avoided that encounter because you rolled really high and they rolled 2 natural ones in a row trying to find you. So that's an encounter that didn't need to happen. That could have happened. So now it's time to search for the baby.
Where's the baby? I go to the kitchen.
I'm gonna use the same roll that you had and have them try and exceed it. So roll me perception
I know
checks.
exactly where Greg is.
I'm gonna mostly be checking vents.
Yep.
And so if Greg is on the ground, I would walk right by him, but I'm checking vents.
So Laurel, it's all up to you.
Let me 10.
Neither of you can find him anywhere unless you wish to be found.
I take out whatever food we have in the fridge and just start waving it around.
Correct me if you wouldn't think this fair there, Greg, but roll again. They roll again with a +2?
Okay.
Okay. Roll again with +2.
With the food?
Yeah.
I use a different dice.
Whatever food you're holding up, unless it's moldy, I'm gonna eat some of it.
It's just like half of the
Good luck, guys.
10, so probably nothing.
7. I'm distracted now.
By the food?
Cliptic, what's your ranks in perception?
In perception?
Yes.
That's that one, right?
The one that says perception.
Yeah, 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not very
Cool.
good. My old version I would have been.
So you two are just going around trying to find.
I'm just gonna go and make myself some tea while this is going on because I'm already had it with young. I'm done. I'm actually kind of done right now.
Perfect.
I'm checking in like that kind of check where you lift up things that nothing can fit underneath.
That's a good strategy.
Yep.
To be fair.
Tex, alone in the bridge, takes the ship and lifts up and goes right over the tree line and heads towards the temple. As they're within sight of the temple, you're all between the different tasks that you're doing, trying to lift up every cushion and garbage can lid you can think of, making your tea. You hear on the intercom, "You guys might want to come up and see this."
I'm gonna go up to the bridge with my tea.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
I'll go banging on vents as I go.
Okay. When you all reach the bridge, you see the temple, as you recall it, covered in foliage. However, the front door, now there were 5 arms that jutted out from the temple itself. There's the arm of the bridge that you were going towards, the one that you have been up before. You don't see any destroyed, no headless sphinx.
Is there a headed sphinx?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. 11?
Cool. Are you just looking at the window, or are you going to be at a computer trying to do this?
Yeah, just out the window.
Okay. I'll see with 11, because you're actively looking for it, you can kind of hear the soft, like, from a distance, you can feel like the thumping of laser beams if fighting were happening. You can feel like a boom, boom, boom. And when you look way off in the distance, you can see that those two ships are actually engaging with some kind of creature. You have to get closer or roll a computer's check to scan, but they seem to be fighting something.
Can I make an assumption it's probably the Sphinx?
You can make whatever assumptions you'd like if you want to know.
No, I don't think I have. I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't even have I have nothing in computers.
Do you point this out?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna try and roll a perception check to see what I see.
Well, do you want to try and make a computer's check?
I was going to say I can make a
All right,
computer's check.
you sit in the chair, and as you sit in the chair, the chair falls backwards, and you are now on the floor. When you look at the stump of where your chair meets the floor, the duct tape has been removed.
Not again.
And you look over towards, and Diantha, as you turn the chair around to sit in your chair, Greg is there chewing on some duct tape.
Where did you get that? Get out of your mouth! I'll try and grab it.
I'm just stuck to his tongue, so his tongue kind of stretches out with a little bit before it comes
gross.
off. I'm assuming my tea has spilled all over the place.
Oh yeah, your tea is toast. Roll a reflex saving throw.
Tea is the most important thing in life. Right now, it is.
With a -2 because it's tea.
I'll do the Indiana Jones thing where I take the tape and I swap it with the protein bar.
What'd you get?
You said it was a -2?
Yep.
0?
Take 1 stamina damage as you kind of burn yourself with scalding tea.
Oh no. Sorry. But I rolled a natural 20 on my stealth.
You did. It was hilarious. I was like, there's nothing you guys could do.
I knew exactly what I wanted. You were like, okay, well, he's still on the bridge. I'm gonna just like do that thing where I'm like pulling out my clothes to try and get the hot tea away from me and be like, ha ha ha. Like, you look down, you see baby Greg sucking on a ration bar and he's holding up a rag. Like,
Triumphantly.
I'm gonna go over and grab it from you. Here, dry yourself with this. Yeah.
Get in the Bjorn.
So while you two struggle with that, to complete what you see out the window, if you wish to make a computer's check to scan what they're fighting, you can do that in a second here. But the other thing that becomes very obviously clear is that Tex has taken a different arm of the temple as they were headed towards the main temple, but off towards the right. One of the arms, you can actually see wreckage of a ship having collided into the staircase of that arm. And it looks like the ship that you originally collided here with.
Oh, I can immediately recognize that?
You're close enough that that's apparent, yes.
Can I scan to see if there's life forms on?
Roll me a computer's check.
13.
13? You kind of forget about the fight with the ships on the side, and you're not really reading the readout that comes from there. But from the ship that's crashed, you are picking up 2 life signs, yes.
Now,
actually, so what you're picking up from the ship is 1 life sign, but there are like 3 or 4 life signs around nearby the ship.
Now, I would have remembered this was the ship that Flinch ran to, right? Or did we see that? We saw that?
You assumed that he ran towards it.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna point out to Diantha and be like, come here for a minute.
I'll walk over.
With the goblin.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's our old ship, isn't it?
Do I know it's the old ship?
Well, it depends
This
on what
is
you
our
mean.
old ship.
Yeah, it depends what you mean by
Or
old
sorry,
ship.
well, this is the one, time thing.
Yeah, the ship that we were on.
Yes.
It's their ship, and I point at.
Tex is in the pilot chair.
Is it only Tex who's here of the 3 of them?
Yeah, Farah went back with Kovo.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is their ship, right?
It looks like what was our ship, yes.
So that was the ship that we assumedly Flinch went on, right?
It might be worthwhile to see if he's there.
Yeah, I figure a temple is a good place as any to try and hatch a time egg.
And that's Garrity Cat, short guy.
Tim.
That was Tom?
Tim?
Tim.
That poor halfling. He might be dead.
Somebody really ruined that guy's life. I don't really understand why he's,
Tex kind of goes, well, I mean,
Doesn't have a lot of
any of
workplace
these doors will take us
violations.
into the temple, so this will work just as good.
I suggest we land just to see. He is one of our companions.
That's fair.
You don't know what to do about little Greg.
I look in the
And
door.
then the baby starts to laugh.
Oh God.
With,
Oh my God.
wow.
I stuff a protein bar in his.
Well, it's
in his
either that or it
gullet.
sounds like a baby deer. You can pick one of the two.
I don't know which one I prefer.
I don't either.
More or less. Anyway, all right. So Tex she goes on the comm and goes, all right, we're gonna be landing pretty quick here. I think everyone should get ready. And you can hear down the hallway looking. Farrah's like armed up, and she's like, let's get some. She gets down towards the cargo bay. Anybody else going to the cargo bay? Is everyone staying in the bridge? What's the
Well,
plan?
yes, because I don't have a chair anymore.
I'll fix it.
I'm not in charge. I don't know what your life is.
I'll fix it. It'll fine. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I'm going down to the cargo bay, and I'm just gonna kick the chair and then go over to the cargo bay because I'm just so frustrated right now. My tea is gone. A goblin just sabotaged my chair. My morning, and there was a poop bomb. I'm not having a good day.
Can you just imagine how goblin parents would have dealt with a goblin baby?
They would have eaten it.
I was gonna say,
They would have eaten it.
Maybe. I mean, the first time I was annoying. Maybe not.
Okay.
Third time, maybe.
I mean, even amongst the goblins, Greg is a bit of... Even amongst the goblins, Greg is a bit of a...
Tasteless. Dry and flavorless.
Take that thunder.
Continue.
That's why he eats so much. That's why he eats so much gravy. He's trying to.
So I'm gonna hold up the. I have a Red Star Doshko that I grabbed from when we were temporarily on the other ship. So I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna go up to Tex and be like, "Pretty sure this is yours."
She looks at. You're probably gonna want to use. You're probably gonna make better use of that for the next while than I will.
Okay. Well then, here, and I hand him my hook sword.
She
You
takes
should have something.
she takes the hook sword and. Thank you.
Not right to leave someone unarmed.
Well, I'm hardly anything but unarmed. She like cracks her knuckles and then puts her hands back on the joysticks.
I give her an appreciative nod, and then head to the cargo bay.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Deantha? You going as well?
Yeah, I'll twist the Bjorn around to the back so I have some more arm room, and I'll grab my pistol and I'll head down.
Okay. All right. So a lot of you go on down. The ship lands. Farrah's there with you. She's got she's chewing on something because I don't know. I think it was funny. I don't know where I was going with that.
Chewing on tobacco.
She has like a piece of weed she's chewing on. I don't know. As you guys head on down towards the egg, as the door opens up and you've landed, the egg actually proceeds to shrink in size until it's about the size of a basketball.
I will grab it. I'm not armed. I'll take it.
Tick.
Oh. Well, that's convenient.
Yeah, why didn't do that before when we went to carry it out of a giant cave?
Oh, well, babies.
I don't know how babies work. This is the first baby I've ever seen.
Farrah kind of looks at it and goes, probably has something to do with the fact that you're on its world. If I were hazarding a guess. And she goes off into the woods.
I'm going to follow suit because this is what we're trying to do. This is our mission.
We
Same.
follow.
All right. As you're going into the woods towards the temple, you kind of hear branches snapping, and you hear a help me!
That Tim.
And a couple of
Oh God.
and four somethings are quickly pattering through the woods. Which
HR
direction would you guys
nightmare.
like to go?
I make a defensive position in front of Clipdeck.
All right. What are the other two? I guess correct.
Yeah.
You're in a
I
swamp.
can't even see what's happening right
Yeah.
now.
That's fair.
Pull out my pistol, yeah. I'll stay behind the group because I have a baby with me, but I'll also go.
Are we still moving or do we stop?
Did you guys stop?
I'm gonna say we stopped because I'd rather be bracing against whatever's going after Tim.
All right,
But-
I need you all to make perception checks as you kind of all back up towards each other. You make a circle with Baby Greg in the middle of the circle, and you're looking around the woods, see if something jumps out at you.
20.
Natural 20 or
No.
dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
16, but I want to make sure that Cliptic is in the middle of the circle because Cliptic is holding the egg.
All right, so basically Diantha and Laurel and Farah will create like a triangle around Cliptic and the egg. That makes sense?
17.
And Farah got 21. All right, so with that, a lot of you are all back to back until suddenly, very quickly out of the woods, a bearded halfling comes on out. He goes, ah! Runs on, and he runs square right into Laurel, right into your leg. Poof.
I pick him up by the top of his head and I place him down next to Cliptic and I say, sit.
Oh, hi, Tim.
Hi! Oh wait, behind me! And as you all look towards where he came from, 3 of these quadruped, like, I guess you can kind of call them like shadow leopards, kind of step out from the woods with like 2 tails kind of like hanging off the back of their heads.
Hell yeah.
And they're looking very ravenously and hungrily towards a lot of you, but mostly at Tim. He seems to be the right size for a daytime snack. As you guys are waiting to tackle these leopards, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to do this here. How would you like to make your entrance?
Oh,
How long
what
would
I'm
you
going
like
to do?
Yeah.
I'll probably hang from my tail from another tree because I was using Tim as bait. And I sort of hang upside down with my oh my god. I'm just gonna say laser rifle
Sure.
because its name is Corona. This was from way ago.
This is
This is 2019.
Yeah, so it's a Corona laser rifle.
Just say your laser rifle. I'm okay.
Okay, yeah. So and I'll aim with my laser rifle and smite them.
You gonna kill the Corona?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. How many were there?
There's 3.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang down and try to kill the one running in front, so to knocks the other ones down as they run into it.
Okay. I'll say for thematic effect, as you guys are all like, oh, we have to take out these 3 little shadow leopards. The stray laser bolt comes out of the sky and strikes one of it right in the head, and it piles on down. The other 2 like pile on top of it, and Flinch. You've got 1 dead and 2 of them are there. What do you want to thematically do for your entrance?
How far away are they from the group?
They're like right in front of the group.
Okay, so I guess I want to drop a grenade in the middle. Yeah. I'll probably just stay up in the tree, and I would probably just.
That the one's fine for you? You're not going to try and jump down the other 2? Because as soon as they see their friend dead, the 2 of them are going to turn and bolt back in the woods.
Do
They look like they're gonna flee.
Yeah.
I will let them flee.
All right. Just for the sake of this, as you guys are like, what? This shadow leopard is dead in front of you. You turn towards the direction of where the shot came from, and you see Flinch.
And you're all alive? Oh, but good job, Tim. We drew them out. They won't be coming after our food anymore. Oh, did I tell you the plan though?
No, you did not.
I'm gonna pat his head.
Flinch also looks kind of like Rambo.
Does he have a rat beard?
Oh no.
No, I don't have a rat beard.
I'd ask.
Dude.
Thank you for listening to this Twisted Gear Studios production. Again, if you're a fan, please feel free to hit that Ko-fi button and send us a coffee. It really does help. Let us know on our socials if there's anything else you would like to see from us. With enough support, we'd love to bring more things to you with more shows, more frequent posts, possibly even merch ideas. Until then, the next episode of Spacers will air Tuesday, September 29th. Until then, the next episode of The Call, our Call of Cthulhu podcast, GM'd by Derek Snow, will air Tuesday, September 22nd. The game system used today was the Starfinder game system by Paizo. Music, sound effects, and ambient tracks in this episode licensed to Video Copilot, Triune Films, Sirenscape, and Artlist. You can find all of Twisted Gears Studios' podcasts on YouTube, Google Play, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please like and follow the Twisted Gear Studios Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Derek Snow, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, Elizabeth Wells, and Bailey Yarkey. And I was your host and GM, Zach Barrett. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.